Child, this was me trying to fight sleep last night, staying up for these VMAs. This old long ass award show. Y'all, let's get into the fashion and frenzy of this hot mess. So, y'all, the 2023 VMAs were last night, and it was a mess. There was some interesting performances. Nothing was really great or stood out to me. It was hosted by Nicki Minaj. There was a slew of people that did actually come and show through. There was Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. We had Olivia Rodrigo, Doja Cat, Tomorrow Together, Demi Lovato, Karol G, Future, Sway Lee, Nelly. It was a bunch of different folks up there, honey. And it just looked like a mixture of whoever could make it, could make it. Shakira received the Video Vanguard Award, and Diddy received the Global Icon Award. It was a night that could have been something, but it ran too damn long. And it pretty much was just this mixture of a ball of mess. I don't know what's going on, y'all. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, but this was just not happening. We're going to go through this fashion. We're going to go through some of these moments of this show. And we're going to pretend like this really didn't happen. One of the things that I did love was that they did change it up with the pink carpet. And it was apropos because Nicki was hosting. So, you know, around the theme of everything that's been going on with Barbie Core and Barbie World and Nicki hosting, the pink carpet was kind of cool. So first up, we got Selena Gomez and Oscar de la Renta. I think she looked beautiful. The dress was nice. It was a nice chase off of what was going on because I feel like MTV really tried to focus people in on wearing silver, pink, black, and white with the theme. And that's a lot of what we saw last night. So it was nice to see Selena in something that wasn't, you know, one of those colors. The dress was beautiful, but it just gave maybe more Oscars or cons. It really didn't give to me MTV Music Awards. I think she was just there to support her friend, honey, and just make sure she was another face showing up. Next was Karol G. She was in Asha's studio. I think she looked beautiful. I love the pink. I love the pink in the hair. It was definitely different. It was a night of sheer dresses, y'all. We still in this era. I know it can be exhaustive to see it, but it is what it is. It's what's being sold in all of the Insta stores and online at boutiques. So we got to kind of realize we're coming out of that era because we're going into fall, but it's the reality. I think it really did well for her. I love the coat. I love the draping of the dress. I love that she wore pasties, thank God. So this was a really, really cute look from Karol G. Megan Thee Stallion is back outside, and she was in Brandon Blackwood. I thought Meg looked stunning. She looks amazing. I love the wet hair. I love the boning of this corseted dress. You know, she was covered in the right areas, I feel like, so we really could enjoy the beauty of the dress. I was actually really also shocked that it was from Brandon Blackwood because he, you know, normally is known for like his handbags. And so it was interesting to see him in this foray of sort of moving into maybe more designer dress pieces possibly, or I don't know if this was a special favor for Meg. I also really love that she was supporting a Black designer last night. Taylor Swift was in Versace and she looks amazing. I think, you know, Taylor's height always helps out anything she wears. This really reminds me of the safety pin dress that Versace had like in about 93, I think, or so. On the runway, I thought it was really like kind of an ode to that. It was really, really nice. I thought, you know, these ladies really killed it. So next we got our girl, BB Rexa, and she's an Uncommonist. I really love the first part of this dress on BB. BB is somebody who I really feel like embraces her body shape and looks beautiful in a lot of stuff that she wears because she's a curvy girl. This was very, very unique from the back, honey, because when I tell you ass out, cheeks showing, it was a little cutout that was done because the Uncommonist is kind of known for like a lot of cutout parts. And it was also like I guess a horse's tail. A little weave was attached to the back of the dress that was creating like a little ponytail effect in the back. BB pulled it off well. I feel like this is the MTV Music Awards, so it doesn't have to be, you know, too conservative, and it's definitely fun and rock starish. It was a small panel piece, so it wasn't something that was showing her entire buttock. So I kind of thought it was fun, and I think it was on point for the designer she was wearing. Next up was Nessa. She was in what I appear to be one of Patti LaBelle's old hairstyles or wigs, and what I don't know. This dress just gave me like the last hem of Aaliyah's old Roberto Cavalli dress that she wore years ago at the MTV Awards. I don't really know what Nessa was wearing. It gave, you know, Stella Awards sassy. it was a mess. Olivia Rodrigo is in Decent Saint She looks beautiful. It again to me just gives Oscars. It's a little boring. It's glowy. It's pretty. It's a gown, but I feel like this is MTV. I really wanted her to spice it up more. And last, we have A Boogie in the hoodie, and he was wearing what I appeared to be a painted black panel of his grandmother's old wood from her house. This literally looked like that panel wooden you see in them houses that got that wood panel all over the living room or the back of like a trailer, and it just looked painted black. It was a basic old school church suit. It was giving Men's Warehouse. I hated this. And the thing is, he's a rapper, so I really wanted to see him in something that was fitting for his style as well as the award show. And this just gave funeral home director. Now, y'all, there was a lot of red carpet fashion. So we're going to kind of mix it up. Y'all know how I do. We're going to go back and forth between the fashion and a little bit about the show. But I promise y'all by the end, we will have covered as many people as we can because there was a lot of people on this carpet. And I'll let y'all know what my favorite and worst outfit was of the night. So next we have Anita, and she is in Schiaparelli. I just did not love this particular look on her. Schiaparelli is really hard to pull off. There's a lot of like unique looks. There's always objects that come, within the dresses pinned in. And then I think the earrings to me also threw it off. It gave, McDonald's red and yellow, I don't know, ketchup and mustard energy on the earrings. And I just didn't love the way that it didn't flow with the dress. That's just me. Doja Cat is in Vmas. And I have to say, I feel like Doja always gives us a look. She knows exactly how to execute. She knows exactly what to do. I love this cobweb design. It's in all the right areas. She's wearing pasties, so she's covering up her boobs. But this is so perfectly placed on her body in all the right places. And I love the way this is like etched over her skin. She always gives a full face makeup look that matches what she has on. So I adore that Doja embraces who she is, and she embraces, the theme of where she was. And, she came dressed appropriately. Next, we have Sweetie in Area, and obviously is giving Meet the Flintstones. It's just this bone situation. I don't know what's going on with this. Sweetie is too pretty for this outfit. It just didn't make a lot of sense. I love the color for Area because I know that I don't always see them do color that much, and they dress a few of the girls tonight in pink. But I just don't know what was going on with this Flintstone getup. The bone in the middle and the bone under her neck, it obscures her face in a weird way. It just looked awkward. It looked more gimmicky than it looked like a really dope outfit. Last was Callie. I don't know what she was wearing. I want to say Fashion Nova or Pretty Little Things. Here's the thing. The new girls don't always have the budget. And I feel like that's fine. Like, we need to not bash them so often about not having the stylist or the look, because it's very expensive to be in this business. And when you're first starting off, you don't have the budget to always have these different things. However, it costs almost barely nothing to have a tailor. There are regular girls every day and regular women every day that get their clothes tailored for anything. I feel like for me with Callie, it wasn't so much the dress as the fit. Nah, damn, it was the dress. It was both, but I think it really was the fit that really made this worse. Her hair looked beautiful, her makeup looked beautiful, but it's like this could have really just went to your corner cleaners and they could have really, sewed this up just a bit better to just make it fit better on her body. She has a great shape. I hate that, we caught her in, I guess, another horrible outfit. You don't have to have a big budget, but you do need to be cool with your tailor in town if you don't have one. Now, honestly, y'all, I think Nicki did a great job considering what she had to work with. They had Nicki working harder than everything. Like a true Caribbean girl, she was working all the jobs. Do you hear me? All the jobs. And honestly, even with Nicki hosting and doing a great job, it's still just not pull out for me. What I did love and what was keeping me onto the show was Nicki's costume changes, honey. When I tell you, serving fashion look after fashion look after fashion look, that all brown look with that jacket, whoo, Nicki killed it. I just really hate that she had to work this hard. This is her second year hosting the VMAs. I don't like when they have the talent also hosting the show. And I get it. We're on a strike. And this is another reason why I think MTV failed at even having the VMAs right now, knowing that they don't have the star power to put behind it. Because Nicki, to me, we wanted to see performances, honey. I wanted to see her, in full performance element. And I didn't really I feel like we didn't get to fully get that because she also had to do this hosting job. And they were working her like they was working Ashanti at that verses where she was singing between Ja Rule and Fat Joe. I just wasn't feeling when she does both of the jobs. Not because I don't think she's a great host. If she's going to host and just only have her host, and then if she's going to, perform, only have her perform. Because I think we would have got this really killer performance from Nicki that would have been just extremely top tier. I definitely hate that we didn't get that because I think she just had to do so much. But Nicki's hair, woo, that Pink Friday vibe is coming on. I loved the shade game was amazing. When I tell you, I just love so many of her looks that tonight. She tried her hardest to pull it out for the show, but honey, you can only do so much. Nicki was definitely a great host. I just don't want them to keep kind of stretching this girl thin as, she's preparing to release this new album. But she did what she could with what she had. Okay, so back to these fashions. Fat Joe was in whatever he had at home. Let's be honest, it clearly showed that he had like a coat at home and a jacket and some sneakers, and he just walked out the door. Fat Joe was like, here, I'm just here so I won't get fined. He really was somebody who I felt like they called at the last minute and invited through and was like, all right, I'll just come because it's right next door. Because, the show is held in Newark. So, Fat Joe live in New York. So it's like, let me just go on and stop through with this. Let me get on the PATH train and hop through. Next, we have Nicki Minaj and Doja & Gabbana. I thought she looked amazing. It looks like Barbie core. It's on point. It's on point with everything that's happening with the Pink Friday release. It gave, amazing widow. It was really, really pretty. It was frilly. It was nice. It shaped her body well. There were no problems. Tiffany Haddish is in Jason Wu, and I did not love this. I do normally love Jason Wu's designs. I love the intricacy of the beading. I just feel like it looked like a bathing suit with like a beading over it, like a shawl almost over it. I wasn't feeling it. I know, again, we're doing Cher, but something about it aged her a bit to me, and I just wasn't feeling it. Next we have Offset in what appears to be a mariachi band top jacket and Popeye's pants from the club at the bottom. Like these large shoes, these pants, these belt. I know he's trying to do the whole, he's different thing too and trying to style it up with Cardi, but I just wasn't feeling this look on Offset. What I did love, however, was the hair clips he had in his head because they match Cardi's dress. So this was just, again, where I just saw like a lot of fails and some hits and just the fashion situation on the pink carpet. Now we got NLE Choppa, and he actually had on one of my favorite outfits of the night. I think for men, just because I thought that it was dope when he explained what his outfit was. So it was a purple fringe vest and pants. And then in the back, it had his name etched in. But he said it was like an ode to Prince and Jimi Hendrix, which I thought was amazing. He had an interesting performance with Nelly. Let's be honest. Nelly saved that performance. We really didn't need NLE Choppa. I really think he ruined Hot in Here. And Nelly being the 50th anniversary of hip hop, I feel like Nelly could have just performed Hot in Here and the crowd would have gone wild. And they did when he came out. But I thought his outfit was really, really nice. I thought it fit him very well. It fit his frame. It was on par with the theme of the show in terms of the fact that he was just being himself. And I love that he said it was about Prince because, you see that purple in there and Jimi Hendrix. So you have that, he's shirtless. That shirt is open, or really he's open vest. And then the fringe on the side, I actually really did enjoy this look on him. Next, we have Cardi B and Zalara Fandikuji. I think I said that right. Or Kugu, I'm not sure. It was beautiful. It was different. It's this hair clips, y'all. The amazing workmanship that went into this dress to create and structure a full dress with hair clips and to have the open sleeves, to have the entire dress frame her. These are simple hair clips you could get from Sally's Beauty Supply. When I tell you this was A1 and top tier, Cardi never fails. Colin never fails to give us a moment, and they absolutely did that. Next, we have Young Miami in what it seems to be Diddy's extra drapes at his house. Carisha, what the hell was this? What were you doing, girl? Like, I don't understand. The glasses are very cute. The earrings are cute. And then we get this weird ass drapery monstrosity. I don't know what was happening. I hated how high the V rose up. Young Miami has a great body. We're not getting into whether or not, people loved it and hated it. I feel like sometimes these girls get hate for the same thing that other women have. She looked beautiful in terms of her body. It's just this dress was not it. And Carisha normally delivers. So this was really disappointing, especially because we really had nothing to grasp with. We had no Rihanna. We had no Beyonce. We didn't have a regular girls that give us a look on the carpet. And so we were really rooting for you, girl. JT is in Mira Palazzo and she looks beautiful. This is so on par with JT. She loves to give us a good goth girl look. This is really pretty and pink. I love where the corseted parts open up. It's giving rock star with the shoes and the doll face. I think JT looked amazing. And our next block of fashion, we got Flo Milli and Area. Again, Area dressed a lot of the girls tonight. It was nice to see her in the pink. This picture really doesn't do it justice. When you actually go, and if you can, go to Flo Milli's page, she looked amazing. I thought the appliques were really well placed. I thought her skin was popping. The hair was popping, but that straight on headshot is really what didn't give it, the grace that it needed and deserved. But she looked amazing. And I think it was just really apropos. These girls are tiny. It's nice to see them and stuff. This was a costumey kind of performance-y looking piece. And honestly, that's what she's kind of supposed to be wearing to the MTV Music Awards. Next, we have Ashanti, who is in titties and turtles. At least that's what I'm calling this dress, titties and turtles. I don't know who designed this thing, girl. It was giving cute. It was giving cute. Honestly, I couldn't find a designer, so I don't know who made it. I will say that, the purse was by Etsy. When I tell you, Ashanti and Nelly are such an auntie and uncle, it is too cute. I know everybody saw that video of Nelly explaining it and cheesing so hard that they back together when he was talking to Rashida on her new show. And of course, Nelly performed, so they were, together that night. And then Ashanti showed up with her little mall purse with a picture on it. And she did explain that the picture is from 2003, and it was when her and Nelly kind of first met, and Nelly had asked for her number, her autograph, and they exchanged numbers. So I thought it was kind of sweet that, they're back together. And, she bought the purse from when they were at the MTV Awards, when the first time that they met. So I thought that was really, really cute. So it was a little sweet, nostalgic moment for us. And then we move on to Gunna, who is in an extra starch jacket from the 80s. The shoulder pads are very much giving, I just got this off the hanger. It's just, I don't know. It just is weird, especially because Gunna is getting smaller. So the slimmer his body frame, that jacket is exaggerated that much more. I just wasn't feeling the look. I'm kind of exhausted with seeing guys in stuff that just isn't well cut for them. Even if it actually is, you trying to be, I guess, a little extra or fashion-y, so to speak. I feel like I just wanted to see him in something different, a little bit better. Last, we have Glorilla, and she's in David Coma, who I think is an awesome designer for Glorilla's shape. I do hate the way that the dress is fitting at the top and the way her breasts are sort of pushing out. Glorilla is somebody who we know embraces her body type. She absolutely should. She's a beautiful girl. She also should have been performing last night. I'm not sure why that didn't happen. But I loved Glorilla's stomach for this. As we know, David Kuma is a designer who really does a lot of cutouts. So if you are not fit, it does not look good. And she is the perfect body type for him. I just hate the way that the dress, again, is just bunching up around her breast area, but her abs look amazing. The dress looked beautiful. I thought she looked stunning. Child, so back at these performances and this show, when I tell you, how the hell did the VMAs with the least amount of stars end up being damn near 4 hours? This was ridiculous. It was just long-winded. The stage was just a weird situation. And I also want to say this. I love in a way that MTV constantly changes their stage for the VMAs every year, and they change how it looks. So it's just not the standard audience, direct line of auditorium. But the downside of that is sometimes it messes with the performance looks of the people who are on stage, because you can't position your people the same way. You don't get that same clear line of exit in terms of where other people can enter onto the stage and help to, enhance a performance. You have these different things you have to maneuver around and where you can place your people, and you have to get really, really creative. I think they tried this year. It was really awkward because they also had this I want to say these little winners section where they put a lot of the celebrities to kind of just have the camera people be able to focus on them. You could tell that they really were just scraping their budget, try to make this whole thing work, and just throwing anybody into the situation. Because, girl, anybody and their mama was invited to this show. At this point, it was very much giving the VH1. You can tell that MTV VH1 collaboration was strong because everybody from Love and Hip Hop was showing up. It was people that we hadn't seen in years showing up. It wasn't any real celebrities showing up like that. But you know, they tried. So the performances were interesting. I noticed how they tried to like give some of the, you know, they do this with every award show, I guess, give some of the bigger performances, the space in between so that we would watch these other things. I did love that MTV had these like smaller stage performances and then they did like the larger performances for like your Nicki Minaj's, your Cardi B's, your Tomorrow's, your Olivia Rodriguez. Like they did those large performances and then they did like people who may be a little less known or just blowing up a little bit on the smaller stage, but they still gave them their moment to shine with a crowd. So I thought that was really, really cool. Anyway, our girls, Cardi and Megan, performed Cardi's new single, Bongos. It was better than what I thought it was going to be honest. I do like Bongos, but that's also because I like tons of different music. I like Caribbean music. I like Latin music. I like dembow, which is Dominican dembow, which is a lot of what bongos is around. And so I feel like this was a song that grew on me over time simply because I enjoy those beats. I enjoy that club rhythm, and that's exactly what Cardi is giving us with Bongos. The performance was good. I think it could have been better. I love that they turned it into like a Carnival Island thing because obviously, again, we're talking about Dominican rhythmic music, and that is exactly what that will be themed on. However, I feel like it went a little bit for me when Cardi was kind of missing some of the choreography in the beginning. She looked amazing coming down on the disco ball, but once she started dancing with her dancers, you could just tell she was off a couple of steps and it really was obvious, and I hated that. Meg came back in with that energy, honey. When I tell you that girl can dance and rap at the same time, it's amazing. So they brought it back in, but I wanted it to be a bigger performance. I kind of hated that we didn't have more dancers, more rhythmic stuff. And again, that could be about the show and the placement of where everything was, because I think they really could have created like an entire island atmosphere in there. So I really wasn't feeling that. It was just like a little bit of a moment versus this big epic thing. And we needed that energy because a lot of this show was just honestly like boring.
Yeah.
Now, y'all know that, you know, MTV is notorious for awarding people who show up. And, you know, Taylor Swift definitely had a big year this year. We're never going to deny that. You know, she was nominated for 9 awards. I mean, well, she was nominated, I think, for 10 awards or maybe even more than that. And she actually won 9, including Artist of the Year. And she also won for Video of the Year for Anti-Hero. I love that she brought her team up there because I think that that's important that people do that more often. And she thanked her cinematographer and she thanked her the other person that was with her, child, I don't remember. But she thanks her team for, you know, helping to make her video possible. And I really appreciated that. Taylor also won a Moon Man for Best Direction, Best Cinematography, Best Visual Effects, Best Pop Video. She won for Song of the Summer. I didn't even know that was a category. She won for Song of the Year. And she also won for Album of the Year for her album Midnights. She also won for Show of the Summer, and this is when I call bullshit. Excuse me, the Show of the Summer is Renaissance, and the lady's name is Beyonce. Okay, I get it. You know, Taylor came through. I get it. She's one of the bigger names. She's one of the bigger girls. She's one of the pop girls. I just feel like there was a lot going on here that I wasn't feeling. I did not feel that SZA lost to her in one of the categories. I believe it was Kill Bill that they had up there for Best Video. I think Kill Bill should have got Best Video. I also think Doja's video was better than Anti-Hero. I did like Anti-Hero. I just don't know if it was Video of the Year. But other than that, I think Taylor has grown as an artist a lot, and I did think that some of the categories were very good that she did win for. But it was definitely clear that, you know, MTV is stacking the deck. Nobody else was there. SZA wasn't even there for her award. And I think sometimes the girls don't come because they know that it's going to be political, and they're just not into it for that. This takes nothing away from all the other things. Tell me what y'all think in the comments below. Did y'all think that Taylor deserved all of the awards? Do you think that some people got snubbed? Do you think that Album of the Year was Midnight? Let me know in the comments. All right, y'all. So we back to this fashion one more time. Maybe two more times. It was a lot of clothes, y'all. It was a lot of clothes. So Pretty V is in, I want to say Kalia or Kalu. I'm gonna mess up some of these names because some of these designers are fairly new or they've been around for a minute, but they're not mainstream designers. So you know all the different names and brands. But this particular designer, I've actually loved their work before. I want to say is Kali. That's why I'm leaving it at Kali. But they've been worn by a lot of the girls, and so she looked beautiful in this, and the back is actually rolled all the way in the back with her back out, and you can kind of see like a little, like a almost like a abstract design. And then normally it has like a underwear part that goes, and she didn't wear that part. She just had the back out. I thought V looked beautiful. I always love seeing her in different things, and I know she's a comedic personality, and we sort of see her dress silly a lot or just dress very funny. But when she dresses up, she looks absolutely stunning. We have Shakira and Versace. Obviously, we know she was the Video Vanguard Award winner. It was very cute. It was giving Shakira. It was giving not doing too much. I also loved Shakira's performance for the Video Vanguard Awards. I feel like it's important that when you win that award, you give your tried and true. Shakira stuck to what she knew, honey. She stuck to what she does. She didn't try to do anything different. She didn't try to be anybody different. She was giving us full, authentic Shakira, and sticking in her lane is what has gotten her to where she is, focusing, on what she does best and not trying to be any of the new girls. So I absolutely love Shakira's outfit, and I also loved her performance. Chloe Bailey's and Roberto Cavalli. I love it. It's got the jean going. We've got some velvet stripes in there or fabric. It was definitely different for Chloe. It gave different for the carpet again, because again, we had people that were in that black, pink, silver look. So it was just breaking that up a bit much. I love her hair. The way that these girls do their locks is everything. So I thought Chloe looked beautiful. Keisha Cole is in whatever she had at home. Keisha definitely was just there to support Diddy. She did a great job. They performed last night. It was very dope. Keisha was singing her heart out. Do you understand me? Like, Diddy was making sure, and everybody kept flashing it back to years ago when she was in the studio, and he was like, if you don't belt this song out. So Keisha did an amazing job performing with Diddy. The outfit was very much like, here, I'm just here to support my friend for his Global Icon Award. And, she delivered classic Keisha Cole. I'm here. I'm going home after this with my kids, and, let's move on. So next we have Tinashe and Stella McCartney and Duct Tape. And I'm also going to assume pain, because anytime you put duct tape on your kitty cat and you put duct tape on your nipples and you try to take that shit off later, it is absolutely 100% going to hurt. I don't care how much baby oil or grease you use. But, Tinashe was going for a look. She said she was trying to be daring. Honestly, I would have preferred to see Tinashe on stage performing. She's a great performer. And I just don't love this look completely. I feel like it's been done already. I want to say Pam Anderson did this look a couple years ago, and we didn't really need it back. I feel like this was definitely still in the Cher vibe lane, but I didn't love this on her. I think she could have wore something different, maybe the top, but maybe a different bottom, and maybe not just like a whole gown of this. And I know she was hurt when she got home. Say whatever you want. Next is Sexy Red. She's wearing, I'm assuming, I don't know, this looks like Shein, I don't know. But honestly, it was very on brand for Sexy Red. It was on brand with what her music is like. It was on brand with her image. Her shoes matched her dress. It was cute. Also, I really adore her personality a little bit in terms of like somebody who was sitting back watching awards. Her behind the scenes footage of the VMAs was really, really fun. You could tell she was just happy and humble to be there. She like danced to all the girls. Sexy Red did not give any hater vibes. I love seeing that kind of energy amongst these girls. This was really a lot of rap girls in the building. And it was nice to see a lot of them embrace each other, dance to each other's music. And Sexy Red gave some of the best footage, honey. And at the end of the night, she put on some Crocs because she said her feet was tired. It was really, really nice to see that. I'm excited for this girl's blow up. Everything doesn't have to be our era, our generation. You don't have to be into the music. But I absolutely enjoy that she's embracing her style. And, she was just having fun. Next is Doshi, and she is wearing D Squared. I love this again. It was very on brand. She was well moisturized. It was very on brand for what she does. She has a rocker aesthetic. She's a rocker girl. She's more rock than she is pop to me. She's definitely got a dope vibe. I love the trucker hat. It was right on point with, that era and that period. of like the 90s, where people were wearing kind of trucker hats and juicy couture suits. But, I love the sweat socks. It was just a lot of pluses to this, along with like the metal vibe. And again, the skin was popping. So this was cool to me on Doja. Next was Billy Porter and what looked like old Missy Elliott weave tracks. And I don't know what was going on with the all white party look. Somebody said he looked like an extra from the I'm Out video with Nicki and Sierra. And that was the perfect description of this. Billy looked a hot mess. You cannot be fighting with Anna Wintour about not being on the cover of Vogue again, and you showed out in this. All right, y'all. So next we got Coco Jones, and she wore Moschino. I thought she looked stunning. Coco it's just perfect for her body. I love the jewels. I thought it accented it very well. It kind of brought it up to like a little bit of a high end thing, but then you have like this rocker chick thing. Coco really had one of my best looks of the night. Only one other look was a favorite for me, but she was literally one of my favorite looks. It was between her and another person. But just this leather bound. I love this belted piece around her bust. Her bust is fully enclosed. I love that we get to see, her amazing stomach. And then we kind of come down to this zipper jacket effect with this leather. It just was really, really well done. Demi Lovato was in Berlangma, which is, I believe, a Chinese or Japanese designer. It's giving even more ridiculous. Again, it's giving Gunna all over again. She looks hot. It looks hot. It looks ridiculous to me. I don't love these proportions on her. I loved her hair and makeup, and I feel like that really could have gave us another whole look. I feel like there were other Japanese or Chinese designers, because I'm not even sure. I think it's a Chinese label, so I want to say that she could have worn that really could have given a more stunning look. I just hate this aesthetic. It just is boxy. It's weird. I don't think it does anything for her. And then ultimately, what are we doing when we get inside? Burning up? Halle Bieber is in Lethan Hoya official. She looked amazing. I could not find, and I don't think there were a lot. I don't think Halle walked the pink carpet. So, she took a photo before, and then, she was inside with her sister as a presenter on stage. Halle looked amazing. The orange dress was beautiful. It's resort collection. It's gorgeous. The gold accents were really pretty on her. I mean, these Bailey girls never really miss a beat. Halle looked wonderful. So back on the performance stage, obviously you know that they gave Shakira the Video Vanguard Award, but they also gave Diddy the Global Icon Award. It was, Diddy's been getting a lot of honors. Obviously, the man is in his 50s, and it showed a little bit last night. But it was really dope. Mary J. Blige opened it up, and she presented him, or she really opened up the performance for the Global Icon Award. And along with his daughter, Chance Combs. It was amazing to see that. Whether you like Diddy or not, controversy around him, he really is a hip hop mogul, and he really has been a large part of the culture. He did a lot of the most iconic hits from Bad Boy. So you got More Money, More Problems, I'll Be Missing You, All About the Benjamins. And what was really incredible about this moment in full circle was that Diddy has done multiple performances with everybody from Bad Boy that is still alive for the most part. And this was with his kids. And I thought that was really, really dope. It's an amazing thing to see your parents, or it's one thing rather to hear your parents be accomplished and to hear the things that they have done. It's another amazing thing to be able to witness it and then be a part of that history. So I thought it was really, really incredible. Diddy's already done these performances with everybody. He did the 15th anniversary Bad Boy reunion show. I got a chance to go to that, and it was incredible. And almost pretty much everybody in Bad Boy was there. Even at the time when that show happened, Shine was in Belize, and he did like a screen, and he actually rapped his part on the screen live. It was incredible. Then he did this amazing performance we all saw at the BET Awards. Little Kim came out the ground. We got him and Mace on stage, and it was incredible. And that was kind of a takeoff of that 15th anniversary tour, because that tour went for like a year. And then the BET Awards, that first time, it was an incredible show. It was really, 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 really good. It had all these different people on it. And then he did the BET Awards again a couple years ago, and it was another medley of Bad Boy, and it was really dope. And we got to see another insurrection, and we got to see Shine on stage, coming in as a statesman now for Belize, and being there performing live with Diddy and other artists. He had so many people on the tour, on the show. The Lox, 112. Cassie was on the very first tour, Faith, we could go on and on of the people that were on stage with him. So I thought it was really amazing that this night was him and his kids. Justin was in the audience with Quincy, and Keisha Cole ended up coming up. It was just really, really a cool thing to see. And I loved a lot of the dramatics that Diddy gives us over the years, including his Diddy dances that he does for the performance. So it was just a respect about what he's meant for the culture and what he's given to the culture. And it was pretty dope. Plus, he gave everybody their masters back finally, did he? Or their publishing. I mean, all in all, for me, y'all, I just feel like the VMAs could have done better. They could have done better by Nicki. They could have maybe not had this and waited till next year. We would have had an even greater performance because Pink Friday 2 would be out at that point. I feel like some of these other songs would have had a chance to work through the system, and we would have gotten a chance to get into it more. We would have had more star power because hopefully these strikes will be over by then. And I think we would have just had Beyonce not touring at this point. We would have been able to have Rihanna back outside because the baby is a little bit older now. I feel like this was hopefully setting us up for a better 2024, because this 2023 was something that was a mess to see. We missed a lot of great performances by Victoria Monet. We could have honestly had a Chris Brown performance. We really missed performances from people who had major songs this year who were just missing. And I believe Victoria Monet was actually at the award show. And it's like, why were we not on My Mama? So, with that being said, I don't know what the VMAs is doing. Fix the stage so people can have better, stronger performances and have, more things that they can maneuver around. Don't make it so obvious with that front catch area that you're trying to make it shorter for people to walk to the stage to get their awards, that you're awarding all the people in that pod. It just didn't make any sense. At the end of the day, I also wasn't feeling that 50th hip hop anniversary thing. I know people made a big deal about that, but honestly, if you follow hip hop at all, you know that these tours have been going on for like a year now since the 50th anniversary situation. So there's one tour going on that's an old, like the 50 years of hip hop tour that's got like Rakim, Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick. It's got Big Daddy Kane. It's got Roxanne Shante. I actually went to that show. It was a great show. It's definitely worth it to go to these actual tours themselves, because what we saw on stage was not it. LL Cool J's on a forced tour of his own because he does Rock the Bells every year, and he's on that tour with Queen Latifah, who was missing, who we love. Yo-Yo, MC Lyte is on that tour currently right now. There were a lot of good acts that we were just missing for this moment. VMAs just really missed the mark on a lot of this stuff, so I just wasn't a fan. Anyway, for my best dress, I have to give it up to my girl, Cardi B. I love the hair clips. It just was an amazing artistic piece. Cardi and Colin just always do is right in this area. Just the workmanship that went into making sure that these things lasted, that nothing came off, that this hit perfectly, and the way it twists around the gown, it was just a work of art. Cardi is just really becoming one of my favorite fashion girls, or has been for some time, rather. And then for me, y'all, the worst was Demi Lovato. I just did not love this dress on her. It did nothing for her body. It did nothing for her look past her neck. Like, I, again, loved her makeup, loved her hair. Just thought that this was just too exaggerated and weird. It's too hot for this shit. It just was too much. And just like this show, the sleeves and the angles just run too long. So I hope y'all enjoy this. Thank you for watching and sitting with me through the VMAs review. Tell me what y'all thought about the fashions down below. Were you feeling? What were your favorite looks? And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye. As always, y'all, let me know what you thought about the episode down in the comments. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.